welcome to probably the most inspiring show for young entrepreneurs in Africa on your social media pages, on YouTube, and on your favorite TV station. This is Young Business with Ndegwa Power, aka the Business Guy. And on today's show, we have two amazing guests. One, Jacqueline, the CEO of Dancy Tours and Travel, who quit her job to go and start a business, and John Wawanjiko, who started selling shoes to be able to pay for his school fees and now runs a startup financing company called Zeal Investments Holdings. Well, stay tuned to get inspired, informed, and provoked. Business is a lifestyle. Business is culture. Business is how we do things. It's how we live. It's how we do every single activity in our lives. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Young Business Show with Ndegwa Power, aka the Business Guy, where it's all about entrepreneurs who are changing perceptions, challenging the status quo, and breaking the rules of conventional business. And today on the show, man, we have an amazing lady. She goes by the name Jacqueline, and she wants to take care of all your travel needs. Are you thinking of a vacation? Well, I think she's the one. Are you the one?
Yes, I am.
Welcome to the show, Jacqueline.
Thank you.
So tell us about Dancy Tours and Travel.
Dancy Tours and Travel is a young company that started, let's say, fully 2 years ago. Because the idea was born long time ago, but because of the challenges, usually take a bit of a time to start. So we fully incorporated 2012, but we fully started work seriously 2 years ago. And so we've been in the industry for now. This is we're going third year now.
And what exactly do you do at Dancy?
So
I'm the client. I come to, I want to travel to the Bahamas.
Yes.
I want to go to Seychelles.
Yeah. So Dancy Tours and Travel will take care all of your travel needs. Basically everything. We're talking about travel. So when we say everything, we're talking about the day you wake up and say, okay, I want to travel. So you just come to us with the idea, I want to go on a vacation, and this is my budget. And the type of vacation is maybe a holiday, a beach holiday, a safari. So we give you all the ideas about the pricing, what it costs, so that we can also see what fits your budget. Then when we decide on the destination, we of course now give you the various options we have. We advise you on visas, we advise you on flights, the hotels, you want a house, basically everything, how you'll arrive. You'll arrive on your hotel, enjoy your holiday, come back home.
But there's so many tours and travel agencies and companies out there. What sets you apart? What's your value proposition to all the other people? What makes you different from everyone else?
Yeah, so what we've done is, first of all, is to ensure all our staff are key. They're excellent. So we make sure we have really good staff with knowledge on all the places. Basically they can do everything. They can advise you on everything from the start to the end. They can do both tours, they can do both travel and handle everything. And so that's what we've tried. And also our services, we've tried to make them personalized. We ensure if you don't have time, we'll come to you, ensure we sit you in the office and do everything for you there. And then once we finalize, so we just make sure that our customers are key. So whatever you want, we will do it for you. What we can do, of course.
You've been operational for the last about 2 years.
Yes.
So how many tours have you done? Maybe just a rough figure. How do the revenues look like for the company? Yes, in the last 2 years. Yeah.
If we talk about monthly, maybe we can do monthly. Maybe about 70 tours in a month.
70
that
tours.
is both local and international.
Are we talking international beyond Africa?
Yes, beyond Africa. We actually do mostly beyond Africa. You know, Africa, we have very few. Us Africans don't want to go to another African country majority of the time. Yes. So you want to go to Dubai, you want to go to, you want to go to Australia, you want to go to the US, UK, Turkey, Istanbul. Those destinations where everybody wants to go. So we get a very few people want to go to other African countries. So we're talking about general, beyond Africa, Kenya. So maybe 70 per month.
70 per month.
Yeah, about that figure.
And we're talking about revenues of...
Yeah, revenues, each let's say, do you want in figures or in percentage?
Yeah, in figures will be good.
Yeah, so maybe 1 million, 200 million a
That's
month.
per month?
Yes.
Interesting.
Yeah.
And you're doing profit margins?
Yes.
Good profit margins?
Yes, they have good profit
And
margins.
I think one of the most challenging things for a young entrepreneur, because I figured out when you were starting, you said that this was an idea that you had a long time ago, but it's
yes.
something that you tried to bring like only 2 years ago.
Yes.
And there's that struggle of young entrepreneurs. You have this idea in your mind and you want to push it now
Yeah.
to like executing. What prevented you from putting this thing on paper and into the real deal?
It's
over
actually
those years?
yeah, it's actually the fear. It's just fear, nothing else. That
The fear
really,
of starting
it's
out.
the fear of leaving your comfort zone. You see, now you're employed, you have a good salary, and you have a very good job. So you're thinking, what happens? What happens? Will I really manage? Will it fail? So it's basically the fear. Because if you see the tours, I mean, this industry doesn't really require a lot of money to start it.
How much capital did you start with?
I didn't even start with any capital. I didn't. Yes.
Then how did you start?
Because you just need a laptop.
Uh-huh.
You see, so that's the only thing you need to maybe if you can
And Wi-Fi.
and of course Wi-Fi nowadays we have Safaricom free. I mean, our phones are all connected, so it doesn't really require that capital. You said, okay, I have these 100 million that I want to start a business. You can just start, because if you just start alone, because like after I started, like the idea a long time, so you just start doing marketing slowly. I mean, as it catches up, you just maybe social media, friends, and you have your laptop, of course. And I'm sure at this age, most of the people have laptop.
Yeah.
So that's all you need, and are very smart. Very smart.
You said fear was preventing you.
Yes.
How did you conquer that fear? Because I know so many of the people who are watching, you're sitting there like, no, okay, yeah, she conquered it, but how did she do it?
Yeah, I think it reached a point where I saw there's nothing much to do in employment world. I had basically done everything, and I thought, really, is there any next step to go, or now the next step is to go start mine? So I think when it reaches a point, it just comes to you, let me just go.
And you were employed. You just
Yes.
mentioned that you were employed.
Yes.
What convinces you that you can, you can leave a job that pays you to go out and try something that you weren't sure whether it was really going to pay you?
So one thing that actually made me, I'm also a mother, so and when I had my last, let me say my last child, and I thought it was just too much to go back to work after 3 months.
Yeah.
And I said, no, I will not do. Let me now this is the opportunity, because it will never come again. So I took that chance and said, no, I will start mine, whatever comes what. Yeah.
But what did your colleagues say? Because were they thinking, I think Jacqueline is crazy.
It's really crazy, yeah. So the first time I actually started, my previous job, I decided to quit, yeah, and I stayed home for about a year. Then, of course, Densi was still being marketed, was still being run, but I still had that fear in me. So I actually looked for another job, just in a way.
Just in case, as a
Just
backup
in
plan.
case, as a backup plan. And I actually got a job, a very good job, and for 1 year. For 1 year, and they paid me well. And so I was fighting the battles of going, staying, going, staying. So I was still in that dilemma. Is this really the nice thing to do? But I worked, and maybe it's God's way of doing things. The company actually closed the Kenyan branch. Yeah.
Employment versus entrepreneurship. You've been employed, you've been an entrepreneur. What would you say about the two? And especially for guys, young guys who are already employed, and they feel like they have this urge to go out and start something.
It's always good to have an idea first. If you have an idea, just execute it. Even if you're still employed, just start doing something with it. Just start marketing, just start developing. We have so many, platforms nowadays. Just start doing it. And maybe 4 months, 3 months, down the line, you'll see, it's something I can do. So have an idea and start doing something about it. Yeah, that's
and in regard about ideas and all, I think there's a famous quote that there's nothing like having bad ideas. It's always about bad execution. Because the fact that you're a human being and you see a problem and you try to fix a solution, then that's an idea that could change people's life. They say entrepreneurship is, jumping over a cliff and building a parachute downwards. And I know you've had challenges. Yeah. A lot of challenges in your. What's the biggest challenge that you faced trying to run your startup company?
The biggest challenge in our industry, of course, is competition. I think that's the biggest challenge. We have millions of tour companies in Kenya, So that's the challenge, where you have to be the best. So whatever you do, you always have to be the best so that you get your clients coming back or marketing you. That's the major challenge. Yeah.
So despite everything, leaving, I'm quitting your job and going to start a startup company, being a mother and all, what's one thing that drives you? What inspires, to wake up every morning and say, I'm going to build Density to be one of the biggest tours and travel agencies and companies in the world?
Yeah, I think what drives me in the morning is the fact that the company is mine. That really drives you. You have to pay staff. You have to. You have to feed yourself. You have to. So the fact that something is yours, that urge itself, you will not even dare go to bed, because you have to stay awake and think of new ideas. What do I do next? So that drives you, as compared to being employed, where I get a salary at the end of the year, after all. So that's the thing that drives me, everybody, to make Density great, and of course continue employing more people.
More people.
Yeah.
What does the future look like? Just as we wind up, what does the future look like for Density Tours and Travel?
The future is very, very bright. We foresee a very, very bright future, and we are going to take it on. Yes.
So we should wait for bigger things.
Yes.
What's the website? What's the Facebook, Instagram?
Yes. So we are really, really good on Facebook. We do marketing, 80% on Facebook. So it's if you search just Density Tours and Travel, you will see it. Also, the website is www.densitytravel.com, if I'm not very wrong. But if you Google just Density Travel Kenya, you will see it.
Okay, so please make sure you go to the website in case you want to go on a holiday, on a vacation. She is the person who can make everything happen.
True.
So thank you so much, Jacqueline, for being on the show. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I love traveling, but finance is a problem, efficiency is a problem. But today we had Jacqueline, and she handles all the logistics and anything you need for you to travel. Well, thank you for tuning in to the Young Business Show with Ndego Power, aka the Business Guy. I hope you enjoyed our previous guest. Well, now on to the next guest, John Wawanjiko, CEO of Zeal Investment Holdings, who was running a shoe business to pay for his school fees. Well, I hope you get inspired, informed, and provoked.